Hello everyone, so today I am comparing cameras on Xiaomi 14 Ultra and Samsung S24 Ultra. Uh, it's been like almost a year, maybe 10 months since these two phones are released, and I have had few software updates since then, so let's check how camera quality is. Both of the phones are used after factory reset, and they are both updated to the latest version of their software. As for the hardware on camera, as you can see on display, Xiaomi has bigger sensors on all cameras, and as far as I can see, it supports 8K video recording on all lenses, and Samsung only compares them. Samsung only has 8K on main lens and 5x lens. They both do support 4K 120 frames per second video recording. Uh, uh, so consider two things. One thing is that phones are used on auto mode, so I haven't had time to maybe additional setup in settings, but maybe that's for the best. So you're using phones on their default settings. And the second thing is I've used stock cam, so no G cam on this comparison, so only stock cams are used. So I took a shot of how much, maybe how many, 36 photos, and you can see letter S is for Samsung, letter X is for Xiaomi, and now we can take a look at those samples and conclude about which phone performs better, are there any significant differences and stuff like that. Okay, you also have an EXIF here, so you can see which phone I'm shooting with. So you can see it's S24 Ultra here, Xiaomi here. So yeah, when we look at the colors, a bit different approach to colors. I would say the colors are a bit more accurate on Xiaomi because the desk I've shot in is not pure white. It's kind of darkish white. But let's zoom in on details. I would say this is pretty similar. No big difference on main cam for the details on this shot. Better colors on Xiaomi. And let's check at the noise. Noise also kind of the same. Okay, so here we can see the Samsung is a bit sharper on the edge of this bill, but yeah, that's kind of the same. Okay, now I took a bit zoomed in photo. Let's see which lenses did phone use. Samsung used 3x and Xiaomi used 3x. You can see by f2.4 on Samsung and f1.8 on Xiaomi. As you can see, Xiaomi has much better 3x lens. It's bigger sensor and brighter aperture. And when we zoom in, better details, sharper photo, everything is better on Xiaomi. Look at this watermark here. So yeah, here Xiaomi definitely better. I think I've tried 5x on this one. Yeah, 5x. Yeah, just big difference in this light conditions. Every detail, focus, sharpness, color, brightness, everything is better on Xiaomi. Okay, now this is in darkish environment. Again, Samsung on the left. Let's see. Samsung chose to use ISO 2500 and Xiaomi chose ISO 8000. But when we zoom in, they are both not great photos, but you can also see some details on desk on Xiaomi, bit better exposed. This was very, very low light. And again, details on bill are somewhat better, and the noise control is much better on Xiaomi. So not great photos from both of them, but Xiaomi is better in this one. Okay, I believe this is 3x. Yeah, 3x is where the differences become way more obvious. Again, Xiaomi crashes Samsung in 3x in low light. It's not even funny. So I guess they both used auto night mode, but Man, Xiaomi does it way better. I've seen few reviews of these phones when they came out. It was not that big difference, but it seems to me the updates did improve Xiaomi and not so much. Oh my god. So this is 5x. It's not even comparable. So at low light, I'm sorry to say, but Samsung is outplayed, outmatched, and beaten down. Okay, now let's go to some random shot of cat on a stairway. Samsung again on the left, Xiaomi on the right. Here you can see that Xiaomi decided to use f2. It has that variable aperture, and the photos are the same. I actually prefer kind of background here on Samsung, even though it does seem a bit artificial. But yeah, main sensor in daylight, it's not a big difference. You can see how it's more blurred on Xiaomi here. That's because of bigger sensor. But yeah, for 1x on during the daylight, not too much difference. Okay, this is a bit closer. So this is 3x shot here, and again 3x shot much better on Xiaomi. Look how colors are here blown out on Samsung. They are kept under control on Xiaomi. Sharpness is better, but not artificial on Xiaomi. Yeah, this 3x lens on Xiaomi is just amazing. Okay, let's see 5x. 5x actually during the daylight, not tremendous difference, but when you look at the background, you can see how Samsung starts to kind of fall apart with artificial sharpening, and Xiaomi really looks natural, very natural. So this one also goes to Xiaomi. So far as I can see, Xiaomi is better camera phone, but we'll take a look at the rest of the photos. Okay, so this is one S shot from both of them, and you can see Xiaomi chose to use f2.8, so it kind of closed down on the lens, and they both have a bit lens flare here, a bit bigger I would say on Samsung. When we zoom in, details are kind of the same, but I actually prefer photo on Samsung. So here Samsung 1 shooting in direct sunlight, Xiaomi is falling apart here. I don't know what happened, maybe it focused on something nearby. No, there's nothing nearby. So this one definitely goes to Samsung. I wish I could reproduce this photo again, because it's really strange how it didn't focus here. But yeah, it is what it is. Samsung was this one. Okay. Now food shots. We all love to take shots of our food. 1x, I would say pretty similar. A bit saturated colors on Xiaomi, but everything else, details, exposure, it's the same. No difference here. Maybe, yeah, no difference here. 1x, no problems. Let's go to yeah, this is 2x digital zoom actually. I've tested that one. Again, pretty much similar results. Bit sharper here on Xiaomi and a bit more texture. So I'd say the cropping in the main sensor, it's obviously better on Xiaomi. Look how Samsung falls apart here, because it has larger sensor. It's expected. I believe this is 3x. Again, 3x shot. This time Xiaomi used its 3x lens, and you can see nice blur here. Very nice. Samsung chose to crop in the main lens, and the result is very bad. So not cool, Samsung, not cool. And I believe this is 5x. Here on 5x, Xiaomi chose to crop in its 3x lens, and Samsung chose to crop in its 3x lens. Again, similar results, but colors are more natural on Xiaomi. The meat did not look like this, definitely. It looked way more like this. Also, look at this nice bokeh here on Xiaomi. nicely blurred, very nice Xiaomi. Sorry, I had a visitor at the door. So 1x shot at low light. They both use main lens, of course. Bit brighter here on Xiaomi. As for the details, I'd say the same. Yeah, not too much of a difference. Noise, also kind of the same. Bit more color noise here on Xiaomi. I'll give this one to Samsung. They can win one. I think this is only the second photo they won. Okay, so we are outside. It's nice and sunny day, and we are testing this. First, we start with ultra wide. Ultra wide sky, much more natural on Xiaomi. Okay, nice blue color, not this darkened. And when we zoom in a bit, I would say kind of the similar ultra wide shots. Yeah, not big difference. Maybe Samsung is a bit sharper here in edges. Let's check here. Yeah, I'll give this one also to Samsung. Let's check shadow. Shadow the same. Okay, this one is Samsung's, but also not with big difference. Okay, what do we have here? Here we have 1x shot on both of them. Let's zoom in. Bit artificial sharpening here on Samsung. Let's check shadows. Shadows are better exposed on Xiaomi. I can see some more information here than on Samsung, but very similar. I'd say this one is a tie. Let's check here in shadows. Yeah, again, very similar. No big differences with 1x during the daylight. And here we have 2x crop on both of them. So main sensor is cropped to see. And with the main sensor crop, you can see that more details are observable on Xiaomi. Very nice Xiaomi for 2x crop in it. And much more preserved details in shadows, not so much noise here. Let's go a bit further. This is 3x shot. And again, when you're comparing 3x shots, Xiaomi just does it better. It's bigger sensor and brighter lens. Samsung falls apart here. Xiaomi is still kind of clear, and with all its details preserved, with no distortions or anything. So this one definitely goes to Xiaomi. Okay, let's go a bit further even. This is a 5x shot of both of them. Again, you can see that Xiaomi has more details, more control on lights. Look how here everything looks kind of distorted. It's very nice and bright and sharp on Xiaomi. Okay, I think we are at what, 10x now? 10x, not good on both of them, but a bit better on Xiaomi. Better light control. Shadows are the same, so not great photos, but better on Xiaomi, definitely. And I think this is 30x. And as expected, 30x is way better on Xiaomi because it does have larger sensor and brighter aperture and very, very nice. I actually prefer 30x on Xiaomi than over 10x. Okay, similar photos. Also outside, also night and bright day. We have 1x shot on both of them. Again, 1x shot, a bit difference in colors, but they're the least a problem. Everything else is kind of the same. Let's check shadows. Shadows again, very, very similar. So yeah, 1x shot, decent to both of them. Let's zoom in a bit. So this is 3x shot. And here you can see how bigger sensor means advantage when you want to take that nice blur. You see how foreground here on Xiaomi is blurred, and it's kind of all in focus here on Samsung. And when you take a look at the background, Samsung is kind of bit mushy and it's kind of sharp on Xiaomi, even though I do prefer colors of Samsung here, but again, I have to give this one to Xiaomi, better details, and you can see just advantages of that bigger sensor. Here we have 5x shot, and again, when we have 5x shot, Xiaomi does better. Look at the details of the tree. Look how cleaner is the background here. I mean, it's not a gigantic difference, but it is difference. So kind of similar, but Xiaomi does edge out. Here we have, I believe, 10x. On 10x, you can again see some Xiaomi's advantage. I believe this is all AI cleanup or whatever, but these photos are barely usable. But when you send to someone like this, they're okay, they're decent. Xiaomi is better. This is probably 30x. 30x, Xiaomi again. Now much cleaner, much better. Very nice from Xiaomi on 30x. I'm impressed by 30x on this phone. And this is 100x on both of them. Again, Xiaomi, they're both trash, let's be honest. But Xiaomi is less trash than Samsung on this one. Okay, now to compare 50 megapixel samples on both of them. Okay, on the left again, Samsung. Let's zoom in, let's say to number 5 here. 50 megapixels are kind of the same actually. Let's check a bit on the left. Not too much difference. Maybe bit when we really zoom in, we can see a bit more preserved details here on numbers on Xiaomi than on Samsung, but it's nitpicking. It's not that big of a difference. Okay, I never used that 50 megapixels. So okay, here I believe I have 2 portrait modes. Yeah. So this is portrait mode. Samsung used its main lens and Xiaomi used its telephoto lens. We can zoom in here on a little spider. I would say the results are pretty much similar. It's not difficult to shoot these photos. But then again, if you look a bit here on sharpness and details, Xiaomi is better. Especially when you look here on this detail on this leaf, and here on next to the spider, you can see that Xiaomi does produce a bit sharper image. As for background separation, I would say they are kind of similar. No big surprises there. Okay, let's move on. This is 5x shot from both of them. And here again, undeniable advantage of Xiaomi. You can see all the details on the spider and on the leaf, and Samsung kind of mushes it all together. So not very nice, Samsung, not very nice. I hope you will upgrade your cameras in the next year or two, because Chinese manufacturers are crushing you. Again, shot of little spider on the tree. This time both of them use 3x shot, and again it's not even close. Much better details. Look at the legs of spider here on Xiaomi. Very nice. Very nice. Xiaomi, I think you have best globally available camera phone on your hands. Oh my god, look at the noise here on Samsung. This is just horrible. I can't believe that they put something like this. OMG. Okay, so let's go a bit more to the low light. Here, ultra wide cameras, f2.2 versus f1.8. There, here you can clearly see that bigger sensor and brighter aperture mean better noise control. So noise is almost non-existent on Xiaomi. As for the Samsung, kinda really bad with noise. Also, as you can see, Samsung HDR not that good. It has overblown highlights, and Xiaomi really is better with highlights here. Okay, let's move to 1x. 1x, let's check the highlights again. Highlights are again a bit overblown here on Samsung. You can see that kind of it meshes all together, and here on Xiaomi you do have somewhat better control of highlights. Not much on this shot, but it is better. As for the noise control, okay, let's zoom like this. Again, Samsung, too much noise here. So much noise, uncontrolled, unbelievable how they, for generations now, cannot control noise on their devices. And it's even using brighter aperture than Xiaomi. Xiaomi is at f2, this one is at f1.7. Okay, 3x shot. Again, Samsung with its noise levels is just embarrassing. This amount of noise, it's unacceptable on 1,500 euros smartphone. Also, noise light control, again better on Xiaomi, especially here. I mean, Samsung uses 3x lens they've used since like S20, I would say S20 maybe. So yeah, very old sensor, very old lens. Xiaomi just crashes it. Look how good controls noise and everything. You can see a bit noise here on Xiaomi, and that's it. That's normal noise for low light. But this is also this over sharpening on Samsung. It's kind of, it's not pleasant for my eye. You see, it kind of over sharpens details, but when you look at the text, it falls apart. And 5x lens is actually the one on Samsung that tries to keep up with the rest of the guys. But again, when you look at the noise control, Samsung again very very, it's like 3 generations difference between here and on Xiaomi and on Samsung with noise control. Just amazing. Okay, my takeaways from using these phones are: Xiaomi is better camera phone. I didn't even go into software right now, but on software side, Xiaomi has so much more options. And also, if you use Gcam, Xiaomi supports every lens on Gcam, and Samsung has broken 3x lens on S24 Ultra. And also, if you're using RAW files and import them into the Lightroom on your PC, you can always use all features and functions with Xiaomi's RAW files. Even AI nose cleanup if you need it. And Samsung unfortunately does not support those options. So yeah, no dilemma here. Xiaomi is way better camera phone. Hardware-wise, software-wise, better camera phone. Thank you for staying at the end of the video, and see you in the next one.